Just making sure everything is working here. No point in starting if I don't have everything running. Okay. Yep. Make sure I got everything set up here. Okay. Alrighty, we're back at Zell's podcast, episode 24. Yeah, happy birthday to me, man. You know, I got a football birthday, so of course I'm going to talk Browns. That was all just a pump fake. I mean, duh, of course I'm going to talk the Browns at that point in time. I just didn't do my research on them yet, so, you know, I just got to do my little mini-season research. You know, just check out the Browns. You know, I got to rock the jersey for the prediction video, so... yeah, man, Zell's podcast, episode 24. I'm obviously going to just stream it because it's just way easier this way, especially when you're just doing a quick video. You can easily just one take, and it's not that difficult. So, anyways, obviously I'm going to do my Dark Souls part today as well. Just going to do, I had two about one part a day. I'm going to beat the game this time, absolutely, for sure. But, you know, I got to show up dripped up in the Browns gear. Happy birthday to me. 31 years old, man. A blessing and an honor to see another year around the sun, always. So, namaste. You know, I made a video earlier talking about I'm not going to talk Cleveland Browns. That's just to build hype and speculation, obviously. I didn't know the season was already this week. I didn't even, I'm like, whoa, Eagles are playing and we got people spitting on each other. What's going on, man? We're already back at NFL, so... yeah, I had to do my little before-season research. I don't want to talk about the team if I don't know anything that's going on during the year. But, so, did some research, and look, Browns are still terrible. I mean, you know, we're not going to sit here and act like this is a great defense with an offense that I'm hoping can be productive. I know Joe Flacco is good. I know he can throw the ball pretty well, right? But the thing is, this is the Browns. You know, we're not going to invest in the offensive line, which to me looks a little bit shakier than I think the league, you know, people that don't really research the Browns and don't really do a good deep dive into exactly how poor the offensive line performs. I think it performs much below average a lot, you know, where it's overblown as if they're so good. I mean, I think Batonio's good. You know, and I mean, everybody else, I don't know. So, that being said, we hope we can keep Joe Flacco, you know, healthy throughout the year, ideally. Based on the research I've done, though, I mean, he seems to be a pretty good, accurate quarterback, at the very least, the most accurate of the three that I've seen. I saw this Dylan Gabriel guy, I mean, kind of shades of like a left-handed Baker Mayfield. He has potential. You know, I don't do too much research into these quarterbacks in terms of their personal lives, so I just looked at the film real quick, and you know, I don't know, I like his poise. I think he's very poised. I think he kind of just has that read the field, shorter guy, left-handed Baker Mayfield kind of vibe. So I can see where they're going with that, because, you know, you don't want to jinx anybody, but with this offensive line, we tend to get quarterbacks injured. Although Joe Flacco is smart, though, he's older, so it's kind of like Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. This is going to be a good matchup. Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh. This is going to be a pretty good matchup, you know, because we're going to have Joe Flacco. They're going to have Aaron Rodgers if they stay healthy. I don't know how the Steelers blocking is either, but Joe Flacco's a smart guy. He throws the ball away, you know, kind of like that Brady-esque read the defense. He's very underrated. But he's just older, so, you don't want to get him injured. And this offensive line, we'll see. You forget how much that impacts the game. They don't think about the offensive line. We're thinking about quarterbacks. It doesn't matter about the quarterback if the offensive line is not doing anything. See what I'm saying? Any quarterback in the NFL can make a play if they have enough time. So, we'll just see what happens. So I think this offense, look, the running is not looking great. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know about these running backs. We'll see. It's Jerome Ford, I believe, is going to be starting. So he's pretty good. So we'll see what happens. But, and then the third string quarterback, I don't want to forget, he's a pretty popular guy, Shedeur Sanders or something. Heard a lot about him. I know he's related to the coach of Colorado and the former superstar Deion Sanders, but I don't know too much about him. I mean, I watched a little bit. I don't know the Browns. He kind of has that Dorian Thompson DTR vibe where he looks okay at a game in the preseason, but anybody can look okay at a game in the preseason against the Panthers' eighth-string dudes. So, I mean, I don't know. It just depends. He doesn't seem to be like no UFL quarterback, but he seems like he has potential. He seems like he just needs to learn the offense a little better. But I can't tell. I don't. At that point, I'm not sure what lineups they got in there. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing on offense. Can't just act like what the playbook is, because I don't know what the playbook is. So I'm not sure. But it looks as though, to me, some of the scrambling issues, things of that nature, younger quarterback things, I'm not sure. A little bit unpoised, but has potential as well. Who knows? In a regular season game, though, you're not going to want to see somebody fumbling around, getting fumbled or sacked in the background or in the backfield and stuff like that. So, but all that being said, I'm going to actually get into these predictions now, so I can tally this up real quick and see what my actual conclusion here is for the Browns this season. So we got Bengals at Browns, since the season's coming up September 7th. It's already the 5th, so that's 2 days now. Let's see, I'm just looking at the stats and stuff here. So Bengals at Browns. I mean, to me, for the Browns defense, we seem to always have Bengals number. Their offensive lines do not be that crazy, and with a defense that plays like ours, we always have an opportunity against the Bengals, right? Because they're just Ohio. They're our twin brothers in Ohio, right? We have Cleveland has the best defense, Cincinnati has the best offense, or typically. So, but it's vice versa. Cleveland has the worst offense, and Cincinnati has the worst defense. So it's just Cleveland and Cincinnati. You can pay for one or the other. This ain't New York. This ain't LA. You ain't getting everything you want. You're getting what you can afford. Okay, this is Cleveland. Let's take it easy. Yeah, I mean, I'll take the Browns in that one. We'll give the Browns a Week 1 dub just based on how our defense can play. Has the potential to play against people in general. Okay, so Week 2 is going to be the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens in that game just off rip because I've already done enough research on them. They are a hard running team. We are a great pass rushing defense. Not a great run defense, right? So, when it comes to people that are pure running, which is very rare these days, Lamar Jackson is just going to dominate this defense. Like Myles Garrett is the lead of the defense. He's a good pass rusher. When it comes to, those shifty, super quick dudes, this defense can be carved up easily by, you've seen good running backs go off a little bit, but it's just we don't allow passing yards. That's the thing about it. So, it's a pretty good passing defense. When you don't allow passing yards, the running backs are going to run out of gas by the second quarter. I mean, you're just running straight into all these niggas. So, it's not very sustainable, but unless you're the Baltimore Ravens or, whatever other team, the 49ers, whoever runs a lot, Eagles run a lot, but they do running backs, so, but yeah, I'm taking Ravens. So we got Packers at Browns. I'll take the Browns in this one. I don't really have anything against the Packers. I just like the Browns in this one because it's at home. You got to take advantage of these things. I'm just going to, home field advantage plays a lot into my picks. They have to take advantage of being home. And then we got away at the Detroit Lions. We're going to give that one to the Lions. No, I'm going to give that one to the Browns. Yep, I'm going to give that one to the Browns because Lions are not a good running team. They're a good passing team. So if we could just, if Denzel Ward is actually still playing in that, well, let's not, let's not hate on the man. Assuming he's playing, I think we'll do well. Vikings. I'm going to give that one to the Vikings. Don't really know about their offense. Very unpredictable team. Good play callers, though. I feel like the Vikings always do a lot with a little. They are just very well schemed, I think, in the Vikings. And then we got Browns at Steelers. Going to give that one to the Steelers. Steelers are the dirtiest team. In our division is Steelers and Ravens. And Steelers are the dirtiest team, though. Even Ravens aren't this dirty. They're always going to break someone's neck, break someone's ankle. That's why they're always a 500 team. They're always in the playoffs, but they're just too dirty. In the playoffs, the dirt gets up. It gets dirty. So we're going to take Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. It's unpredictable. What can I predict? He didn't even play that one season. He's getting older, so I don't know. It's kind of like a Joe Flacco situation. You don't know. So give that one to the Steelers. Got the Browns at 3-3 right now. Dolphins at Browns. I'll just take the Browns. Another unpredictable team. And when you're dealing with a nice pass defense against a team like the Dolphins, which I don't know if Tua Tagovailoa is going to be healthy or not. I don't know what that's going to entail, but we'll see. Browns at Patriots. I'm going to give the Browns a loss on this one because, Patriots are just a great defense all around. They seem to always have a good defense. Don't care. And it's in New England. Not an easy place to play. No place is. And then we got Browns at Jets. I'm going to give that one to the Jets. This is another team that the Browns just somehow magically lose to, even in our glory days when we had the legend of Baker Mayfield. Browns still found a way to lose to Jets. Good run defense, and the Browns typically are a little bit obvious to scheme for because they just have obvious deficiencies. Like, the Browns ain't going to rush the ball that well. It's the Browns. So, it's Browns, bro. We're going to give that one to the Jets. And then we got Ravens at Browns. We'll give that to the Browns. Because I think, Browns do get, eventually at this point in the season, they can get smarter and they just start running the football more, from better formations instead of shotgun all the time. So sometimes they can catch the Ravens off guard. Browns at Raiders. I'm giving this one to the Raiders. I've just seen them lose in Las Vegas. It's just a bad L. I don't think it always has something to do with who's out there. Sometimes it's just the team. I think Browns going all the way to Las Vegas. I don't know. Browns on these West Coast games, bro. I feel like they come in there and lose every time when they're going to the West Side. If you got these West Siders all the way on the East, Midwest, but not really Midwest. It's really more East or Central time. I think it's just jarring. Think of it, if you're traveling out there, you're just like, you're in a daze, bro. Even if you're out there for a couple days, it doesn't feel normal. You're out in Las Vegas with the mountains. It's just weird. You're out in California with the heat, or Arizona. It's just weird. It's just different. So I feel like they always do poorly. So I give that one to the Raiders. So what do I have the Browns at right now? Got the Browns at 5-6 going into the 49ers at the Browns. Ooh, I'm taking the 49ers in that one. Tough running team. Basically a smarter version of the Browns. I don't want to say smarter, but better staffed version of the Browns. I feel like sometimes the Browns even cheap on the coaching staff. They get you, the head coach is fired, but he ain't paying nobody else. You got Stefanski, that's it. And so I don't know the rest of the coaches. One thing I haven't researched. Not interested, but look, not that interesting. I mean, if players do well, good coach. Players do poorly, you assume it's a bad coach, but you never really know. Hard job to do. Okay, so yeah, we give that one to the 49ers. So it's 5-7. All right, so Titans at Browns, will give that one to the Browns. Titans just seem to be weak at quarterback all the time ever since they got rid of Mariota. And then moved on from Tannehill. I think the Titans are pretty whack. And then they let go of Derrick Henry too, so yeah, they sent him, of course, to the damn Baltimore Ravens, of course. So Titans are pretty whack as of late, I think. So Browns at Bears. Bears is one team I'm not well researched on, so I'm going to give that one to the Browns. I mean, it's Chicago, so it ain't that big of a difference in terms of time zone and feeling. Then we got Bills at Browns. Ooh, Bills at Browns. I got to give that to the Bills, obviously. I mean, it's the Bills. Josh Allen. What do I need to say? Browns is going to be flip of a coin. You know, if he can get going, Josh Allen, like Patrick Mahomes, they're just going to keep scoring touchdowns. So it depends on how our defense looks this late in the season. People are injured, he's going to probably go off for like 45 points. And then we've got second to last week, Steelers at Browns. I'm going to give that to Browns. End of the season, Browns crowds are ridiculous. You got people going crazy, doing backflips. Just it's Cleveland, the most rowdiest town ever. So, and then we got Browns at Bengals. Got to give that to the Bengals, man, because Cincinnati, Cleveland does come down there and make a lot of noise. It feels like Cleveland do make a little bit more noise than Cincinnati sometimes, but I don't know. It's Cincinnati Bengals. The team play hard, so end of the season they're probably going to be fighting for playoff positioning. So, we'll see. Let me just tally up the total here. Joe Burrow is, them boys nasty. Them boys. Gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. Okay, so let me tally this up real quick here. So, I got the Browns finishing the season at 8-9. So I think that's the best, most comprehensive podcast that I can give about it, or speech that I can give about it. I mean, I think that's a pretty fair assessment based on, 8-5 is a pretty fair assessment based on what I've seen with the offense. And I'm not confident that they're going to be able to keep the running backs healthy. And I don't know if they'll be able to keep, Joe Flacco healthy. I think Joe Flacco is the smartest of the quarterbacks in terms of keeping himself healthy. Like, he's smart enough to just throw the ball out of bounds. Like play calls is great and all, but if you get too lost in the play call, you forget what's happening around you. And sometimes the play is just busted. I think older quarterbacks are better at understanding that, just throwing the ball away. Younger guys are trying to make a play, get themselves hit. So sometimes it's not even on the offensive line per se, because there's only so much you can do to stop these big back gorillas. I mean, what they coming in here at 6'8", 390. You're just you're some kind of demon. You're from the spawn of the pits of a nihilist, nigga. You're a part of the annihilation wave. I don't know where these people be coming from. But so that's the best I can say for the Browns. 8-9. We'll see what happens. Happy birthday to me, man, and we're gonna get this Dark Souls video going shortly here. So yeah, man, that's Zell's podcast, episode 24. Tune in, and we'll see you on the next one, bro. Go Browns. I'm not a hater.